Return channel. As always, we back with a story of Shinobi World that has morals and very inspiring. In this video we will tell you about a character you've all been waiting for. It's Kakashi Hatake, the legendary copy ninja. But before entering the video, don't forget to click like, subscribe, share and hit the notification bell so that Shinobi Return will be back with more interesting videos. This is time to Shinobi Return right now. Kakashi Hatake is a shinobi from the Hatake clan of Konoha village. He has a cold character but really cares about his friends and the people closest to him. Kakashi is known as a copy ninja because of his ability to copy the moves he saw through the Sharingan that Obito gave him in his left eye. Kakashi can see all the hand signs made by his enemy, so he can follow and activate the same move. This is the reason why he is known as Kakashi the copy ninja, who has copied more than 1000 jutsu. Kakashi is the son of a powerful shinobi named Tsukumo Hatake. Tsukumo has a high reputation in the shinobi world and known as Konoha's White Fang due to his ability to use the Tanto, the white light chakra saber. Even the Hokage like Minato Namikaze says that Tsukumo's abilities can be compared to legendary Sannin. Like father like son, Kakashi grew up to be a genius ninja following in his father's footsteps. Since childhood, Kakashi has shown his talent by getting top grades and is recognized as prodigy and the best of his generation. While Kakashi was still at the academy, his father, Tsukumo, was assigned to a dangerous and very important mission for Konoha. In this mission, his team's life is in danger and Tsukumo chooses to abandon the mission in order to save his team members. Due to Tsukumo's actions, the mission failed and caused the lives of many shinobi from Fire Country to be lost. The result of this failure made the Land of Fire suffer heavy losses and have a bad impression on Tsukumo. Tsukumo is labeled as a failed shinobi because he has abandoned his mission and vilified by all Konoha citizens, including those he has saved. From here Tsukumo experienced a great shock which resulted in himself becoming a closed figure and fall into a deep depression. Tsukumo did not want to tarnish his family name because of his actions, so that in the end Tsukumo decided to commit suicide, leaving Kakashi alone because his mother had also died long ago. Due to Tsukumo's death, Kakashi became an orphan and made him to be someone who was very strict about shinobi rules. Kakashi did not want to repeat his father's mistakes, so that he decides to become a cold figure and decided to put mission as his first priority above anything else. Because of this, Kakashi then placed into a team led by Minato Namikaze and consisting of Obito Uchiha and Rin Nohara. This was intended for Kakashi to be more relaxed and care for his team members because Obito and Rin were his classmates at the academy. To see their eligibility as a team, Minato tested them with a bell test where each team member was required to take one of 2 bells from Minato. Since each team has 3 members, it will look like one of them will not qualify. But in reality, the test is only to test whether the 3 of them are suitable to work as a team or not. Kakashi realized the purpose of the exam but did not tell Obito and Rin about it. Kakashi then used Obito and Rin as bait to retrieve the 2 bells and escaped his team members for having successfully completed their goal of working together as a team and taking the bells. Despite this, Obito was jealous of Kakashi's talent and popularity. Obito also felt annoyed because Kakashi's character, who always put mission more than anything, was difficult for him to understand. Obito, who did not understand Kakashi's nature, asked Minato why Kakashi had such a character. Minato then explained that Tsukumo, Kakashi's father, killed himself after the villagers vilified him because he chose to save his friend instead of completing the mission. Because of that, Kakashi is more concerned with the mission given to him more than anything. Minato then asked Obito not to hate Kakashi and want Obito to be friend with him so that Kakashi could change. Even though Kakashi 4 years younger than Obito and Rin, Kakashi managed to become a Chunin before them at the age of 6 or a year after he became a Genin. This made Kakashi recorded in the history of the shinobi world as Chunin with the youngest age, which is 6 years old. Kakashi became Chunin after he passed the tests given and defeated Might Guy in the final round. Rin, who witnessed Kakashi becoming Chunin, was amazed and made Obito even more jealous because Obito have a feeling to Rin. After a few years, Kakashi also managed to become the youngest Jonin at the age of 10. Knowing this, Rin then plans a surprise for Kakashi by asking people to give gifts to him. But when everyone gave gifts to Kakashi, only Obito did not, and saying that he forgot. Whereas in reality Obito only felt jealous of Kakashi. Team Minato then assigned to destroy the Kanobi Bridge in Kusagakure, which had been invaded by Iwagakure. On their way, Minato appointed Kakashi to be the leader of his team and leaving them while entrust the team to Kakashi's leadership. However, not long after that they were suddenly attacked by two ninjas from Iwagakure. When Obito and Kakashi wanted to fight back, Rin was kidnapped by one of them who was hiding with the camouflage technique. Kakashi, who did not want to be like his father, chose to continue the mission rather than save Rin. This made Obito angry and punched Kakashi right in the face. Obito believes that his father is the real hero and then says, "In the shinobi world those who don't follow the rules are trash, but those who abandon their friends are worse than trash." This made Kakashi realized and change his mind until he finally chose to follow Obito to save Rin. Kakashi arrived on time and managed to save Obito from an enemy attack who had the camouflage technique. However, Kakashi's attempts to save Obito resulted in his left eye being badly injured from the attack. Obito saw Kakashi sacrifice his left eye to protect him, then for the first time activated his Sharingan and used it to kill the enemy. After defeating the enemy, Obito and Kakashi quickly went into the cave where Rin was being held. There, they both fought the Iwagakure shinobi who were holding Rin. With good teamwork they both managed to make the enemy retreat and save Rin. Kakashi, Obito and Rin then ran out of the cave to save themselves. But due to Kakashi's injured left eye, Kakashi had difficulty escaping from the falling rocks. When a large boulder nearly hit Kakashi, Obito quickly pushed him away to save Kakashi. Kakashi survived, but in return Obito was crushed by the large boulder and destroyed half of Obito's body. Kakashi tried his best to lift and push the boulder to help Obito, but his efforts had no sign of success. Obito realized that the wound was very bad and no longer possible to be saved. Obito then decided to give his left eye to Kakashi as a gift for his achievement of becoming the Jonin that he had forgotten. As his last request, Obito asked Kakashi to take Rin away fear of the enemy's arrival and asked him to protect and continue to look after Rin. Kakashi agreed to this and then went to carry Rin, leaving Obito with sadness and regret for not being able to save his friend. Obito's death had a big impact on Kakashi, where it succeeded in turning Kakashi into someone who cares about the team more than the mission given. After some time from that incident, Rin was kidnapped again by shinobi from Kirigakure as a vessel for the Biju, the Jinchuriki. But Kakashi, who kept his promise to protect Rin, was able to quickly save her and would soon bring her back to Konoha. But on the way to Konoha, Rin said that Kirigakure had sealed the Three Tails, Isobu, into her. Rin also explained that she could not return to Konoha because Kirigakure had placed a curse on her. The curse makes Rin go out of control if she returns to Konoha and makes her unable to kill herself. Because of that, Rin asked Kakashi to kill her because she did not want to cause damage and destruction to Konoha. Kakashi refused Rin's request because he had promised Obito to protect her. In this situation, the shinobi from Kirigakure caught up with the two of them and made Kakashi activate his Chidori to attack the incoming enemy. But Rin, who did not want to put Konoha in danger, suddenly jumped in front of Kakashi, who was activating the Chidori, and caused herself to die at the hands of her loved ones, Kakashi. Because of this, Kakashi felt a huge emotional turmoil, then awakened the Mangekyo Sharingan in the eye that Obito had given him and fainted shortly after. Due to the death of two of his closest people in the near time, Obito and Rin, Kakashi became depressed and often had nightmares where he failed to fulfill his promise to Obito and killed Rin. Until finally Minato found out about this and then assigned Kakashi to join the Anbu. Kakashi joined the Anbu at the young age of 13. In Anbu, Kakashi is known as a cold figure and has the nickname, Friend Killer, because people believe that Kakashi can kill his friend without a doubt if it is a given mission. He carried out his duties well until finally Kakashi was appointed as the leader of the Anbu, which was named Team Ru. Several years later, a talented young boy who was only 11 years old joined the Ru team under Kakashi's leadership. The child was Itachi Uchiha. Kakashi was amazed at Itachi's ability, but on the other hand Kakashi reminded him to realize how important friends are because he saw Itachi kill his enemies mercilessly. Because at that time the Uchiha had plans to stage a coup against Konoha, Itachi's closest friend, Shisui, tried to use Koto Amatsukami on the Uchiha as a solution. Unfortunately, in the middle of his efforts he was stopped by Danzo and his right eye was stolen. Having no other choice, Shisui committed suicide after giving Itachi his left eye and asking him to guard the village. Itachi then asked Kakashi, who had the same experience, about how he got his Sharingan eye and whether the requests of the dead should be obeyed or not. Itachi needed an answer from Kakashi to determine his later movements. But Kakashi did not take it seriously even though he knew about the Uchiha coup plan. Because of this Itachi felt cornered and didn't know what to do until in the end he chose to slaughter all of his clan members in order to stop the revolt. Kakashi as his former captain felt that he failed to guide Itachi. He thought that his coldness and indifference towards his subordinates had caused Itachi to become like that. Therefore, Kakashi changed himself to be more concerned about his subordinates and also his team so that this would not happen again. Seeing this, Hiruzen then dismissed Kakashi as an Anbu and told him to become a mentor of a genin team in the hope of healing the wounds in his heart over the loss of his closest people such as his father, friends and subordinates. Kakashi is known as a tough mentor and makes all his students not graduate because he feels a lack of
Chowking pork chow fat. Miki Sahog Chinese fried rice. In one. Pa-deliver na.
cooperation between them. Kakashi did this because he wanted to make sure that his team members worked well together and didn't end up like his former team. Until finally he found a team that he considered fit his criteria. It's Team 7 consisting of Naruto Uzumaki, Sasuke Uchiha and Sakura Haruno. Even though Naruto failed the test for taking the bell and was not allowed to eat lunch, Sasuke and Sakura secretly fed him. Kakashi, who saw this, suddenly appeared and said that they had successfully passed the test. Kakashi explains that the purpose of the test is to see if they prefer to help their friends or ignore their friends for the mission they are given. As the days passed, Kakashi's team consisting of Naruto, Sasuke and Sakura grew into strong shinobi. However, the darkness within Sasuke made him defect and leave the village. This made Kakashi feel sad and sorry again because he as the teacher who guided him could not stop Sasuke. On the other hand, Kakashi believes and hopes that one day Sasuke will return to the village again. But after a few years, Kakashi was reunited with Sasuke, who was already under Toba's influence and became a very different person. Sasuke without hesitation used the Chidori that Kakashi had taught him to try to kill Sakura.